A National Guard member critically injured this over the weekend. North Las Vegas police say he was hit by a drunk driver while he was on the motorcycle. And this is the suspect, 28-year-old Oscar Sanchez Vasquez. He was arrested for DUI resulting in substantial bodily harm and driving without a license. Fox 5 spoke with the Guardsman's family, and Kim Passoff is live outside UMC tonight. Kim?
So on Sunday night, Michael Javon was on his way to work for a midnight shift, but the National Guardsman never made it. Tonight, he is still here at UMC in the hospital with critical injuries.
So when my brother arrived to the hospital, the doctor said that his bones were sticking out of his body and that it's a miracle that he's alive.
National Guardsman Michael Javon continues to fight for his life, still in critical condition after 2 surgeries, with more ahead.
He has a broken left arm, broken left leg. He has an orbital bone fracture that's in his eye.
He's also suffered bleeding in the brain, a bruised lung, and life-threatening blood clots.
He's strong and he's fighting, and we're just hoping that he's able to actually be in recovery soon.
His sister and child's mother embrace outside of the hospital, praying he will recover.
Our son is so very lucky to have him as a dad.
Late Sunday night on MLK near Cheyenne, police say a drunk driver made an illegal U-turn, hitting Michael's motorcycle and throwing him 20 feet into a light pole.
My sister received a message from Apple because she's listed as an emergency contact, and it sent her an SOS that a crash was detected.
The family called, but Michael didn't answer. When they got to the intersection, Michael was already being rushed to the hospital.
It's a situation that never should have happened.
I feel very hurt that anyone would even drive drunk or under the influence. It doesn't take much to take an Uber or call a friend.
His family says Michael is the last person who deserves to go through something like this. He has always been there to help others, especially serving the Las Vegas community as a guardsman during the COVID pandemic, and has worked hard for everything that he has.
He's such a great person, a great father, a great brother, and it just hurts me.
And his family has set up a GoFundMe account to raise money while Michael is in the hospital. The goal there, $100,000 to pay for his medical bills and personal bills, and then things like physical therapy on what will be a long road to recovery. You can find a link to that on our website, fox5vegas.com. Reporting live tonight outside of UMC, Kim Passoff, Fox 5 Vegas, local Las Vegas.
Kim, thank you. And the suspected drunk driver, Oscar Sanchez Vasquez, went before a judge for a felony arraignment this morning. He remains in jail tonight.